Apparently Scandinavia is now a Japanese fishing colony.
Yeah, Albion is the alternative name for Great Britain. So I don't know. You know, it's just Albion. I prefer Great Britain because it has great in it.
I mean, in my opinion, it's just Britain, but okay.
Great Britain.
United Kingdom until the Irish reunification happens, baby. Let's go.
Fuck Ireland.
Wouldn't that be like... Actually, I'm not going to go there.
Nah, we never go there.
Epstein. You know, the guy that got assassinated and no one talks about it?
You know, you were talking about, like, you know, different things that have happened in IRL. Is that, did you know, everyone, my chat, Liru's chat, recent news, it's just come out that popular Twitch streamer and YouTuber, Lcpl Liru, was spotted at Epstein Island.
Well, that's why I had to get him killed, so my name wasn't brought up in his little black book. But anyway, round has started, and now Dream is going to unfortunately have an accident that involves 2 shots to the back of the head. Dream, I'm sorry you're going to have suicide tomorrow. But regardless, let's go ahead and look at the operation today. Let's start with our mission info. Briefing, go ahead.
I have to do a commercial accent, so like, you know, the late night infomercials.
Go ahead.
Tonight, background. In 2024, Russian United Front decided to start advancing into southern Europe. After having secured all of Ukraine, most of Romania, Bulgaria, and parts of Poland. Although Greece has not yet fallen thanks to their help from other NATO countries. The Russian forces still managed to capture a strategically important airbase located on an island east of Athens. This directly threatens Greek coastlines. For this reason, NATO prepares a counterattack on the airbase before more Russian forces arrive. Area of operations? It's a mountainous region containing a lot of valleys and some rivers. Notes: it's a nice sunny day. Swimming is allowed. Mission rules. No additional specific mission rules.
So I find this kind of funny.
$29.99.
Shut up. I find this kind of funny because if you go east of Athens to a big island, you know what island you actually find?
Altis.
Yeah, Limnos, aka Altis. So I find it funny that we're on Panthera for this purpose. But I guess, you know, keeping it fresh. Alright, game mode here is sector control. Any of the sectors can be taken at any single time. What this means is if there's any Op4 guy in the sector itself, Blue 4 is unable to capture the sector. All Blue 4 needs to do to capture the sector is eliminate all Op4 in the sector, then enter the sector, and they will win. Now, being in the sector is clarified by you have to be in there as an infantry guy. If you're on a static, aka a turret, or you're in a vehicle in the sector, you do not count as being in the sector because scripting. That also is to prevent people from, like, hiding in a obscure part of a vehicle or an obscure static and clipping themselves into something to quote-unquote hide. So 3 sectors are outlined here, but we'll go into those in a bit later as we go over what each side has. So we're going to start with Op4. Op4's uniform, standard EMR Russian camouflage, AK-74s with an MP443 as their secondary, 45-round RPKs as well as 100-round PKPs. Light anti-tank is going to be an RPG-26, single-shot disposable rocket tube. Recon, the sniper is going to get the T5000 and the spec op units. There's 2 within the recon. Yeah, I know.
What are we getting?
That's what we get. We get ourselves, Dream. We'll work with it. But the recon, secret gunner, blah, blah, blahs. I'm butchering this. I am so sorry.
English.
I know. On the X-ray teams on both sides, they have 2 guys that run suppressed gear. For the Op4 guys, the Russians, they get the choice of either running 45-round AKSs or 20-round AS Vals. For this terrain specifically, I'd probably go with the AKS because the AS Val is more of a CQC style weapon, and this is a much more open terrain, but we'll see what they choose. Regardless, going back under the tab, for loadouts, crewmen can either take a submachine gun, the PV-2000, or an AKS, which is basically an AK carbine. Variant, otherwise, Op4 get 3 transport trucks, 2 Gazes, which are unarmed, a Dishka, and a 2 BTR-60s. Now, I'm going to look under CSW because it looks like Delta has been given the static, and Bravo has been given a mortar. Otherwise, quickly going over the roster here, we have Infidel. Interesting, a member of Scandi Recon leading command. I'll be curious to see what he does. I think he's done this a few times before, but we'll see how that goes. Lusode being his 2IC, a more seasoned commander from PLH. 1RCC is going to be taking X-Ray here. Looks like Skip and Dryden are going to be the suppress shooters, as I thought. They're going to take the 45-round AKSs for that extra range, and Pepet's going to be the T5000 sniper. Norris leading Alpha with Schult under him. He's got for Alpha 1 just a small group because it looks like Op4 diversified in other areas. So we have Zenek, Persian, Hajamad, and Misfit under Alpha 1. And Flying Finn with Stark. Stark being the dish... No, he's in Bravo, so he's the mortar gunner. Stark often takes the mortar there, yep. And Shepard being the assistant mortar gunner because he has a second mortar backpack on him. Yanni going to be leading Bravo with Iander. Whiplash you again. He's an SOG dev, but he's officially now a member of Scandi Recon, so we just say he's part of SR now. And Azariah, as well as Bravo 2, having Nas Purton, 2 members of a community called MUR. I think they're new, Cats and Cullis. But Cullis, I feel like, has been here a few other times before. I recognize that name. And then Nemesis and another guy named Dobbs with them as well. Charlie has Papega Pirates under Kane with Falcon and Bayant taking a BTR. And then Charlie 1 being filled with Papega. They're all noteworthy there. And then Charlie 2, legal actions on today. Nice. Charlie 2 having more members of Papega, as well as Dooley playing as a medic because it looks like Falcon is now taking Bayant's #1 spot. And Dooley is just going to play medic for Charlie 2. Falcon, the home wrecker. Ay. Ash being Delta HQ lead with Skipu, Pinga, Solik, Vagrant, and Heaven under Delta 1. Delta 2 has Swola, Tackleberry, Rory, Wheaton, Eric, Azag, and Banks. You got to remember they also have the Dishka assigned to their squad. So overall, that's a very powerful roster. However, they're playing defense. So the aggressiveness you see from Papega and Scandi is nullified a little bit, but Papega have a very, very good defensive strategy. That we've seen time and time again, so we'll see if they're assigned to guard an individual sector, because they sometimes will be able to nullify anything the attackers throw at them, or at least be very, very close. We can name a few times where that has happened. Otherwise, do you want to go over Blue 4 gear, Dream?
Hi, yeah, sorry, I was just, Scotland forever and all that stuff.
I see. Go ahead, uniform.
Modern Greek Armed Forces Lizard camouflage for their uniform. Their loadouts will consist of an L1A1 polymer, a HK416, and for their sidearm, a Glock 17. Support gunners will have an FN Mini Para, with the machine gunners having the FN Mag. LAT will run with the M72A7, and Recon will have a M2010 ESR with a various amount of camos. The silence guys in X-Ray will have the choice between the M14 EBR RI or the MP7A2. I'm becoming you for some reason. And the Korean Aviation will have a choice between the MP7A2 or a HK416. They don't have anything on the CSW, but as for their assets, they have an UH-60, which I had a look at, which does have the 2 miniguns, sighted miniguns on the side. 2 M15A1s.
M2 Humvees.
M2 Humvees, that's what they're called.
5 transport trucks, 3 unarmed Humvees for transport, and a CH-53.
Yeah, MC Stallion.
With no armament, actually.
Well, I think you could, because you got the UH.
Yeah.
So I guess one of them's a transport, the other one's a...
Yeah, no, that's definitely a transport because it's got the benches back there. They're really meaning for Blue 4 to have the choice between going air or ground, and they left some of the islands on the rear to potentially allow for Blue 4 to deploy across the bank and potentially make some marksman shots, but it's unlikely to actually cover anything proper. But let me go ahead and go over Blue 4's roster, then we'll go over the sectors, and I'll get some shout-outs from people that have subbed. Yes, this is round 1, by the way. All right, Blue 4 is going to be commanded by Kiri, who we actually see command time and time again on FNF, so I think he'll have a good strategy here. He's got all of his SLs together, too. That is a good sign. X-Ray going to be commanded by Korvac. He's got Jacob, Lolo, Sam, Seismo, and Tiger with him, so a mix of TSB and a few other members there. It looks like Sam is going to go with the suppressed MP7. I don't agree with that choice, really, because the submachine gun, it's the same argument with the AS Val. It's just not a good map. This has a lot of longer range engagements, and even though the MP7 does exceed in CQC-style situations, I don't think that's the best choice there. We're going to have Lolo taking the marksman rifle, and I would assume Seismo is going to be the other suppressed gunner who's also taking an MP7. All right, well, we'll see if that pays out for him. But Jibstyle taking Alpha HQ, Mobile X as his 2IC. Alpha fully booked, because again, we have a near full server. There's only like 2 or 3 slots remaining. So it's 120 players. It's going to be a very awesome branch of FNF. But Shy leading for Alpha 1. Basically, I think we have AA members here. Green Thumb, Spiky, Leia, DJ, and Trolley. Alpha 2 has a new group called UA. So everyone there. Adri, and Andiri, Bruns, Marco, Andrea, Warkes, and Taras. A lot of 1RW members here on tonight. We saw them in OFCRA as well. I will not name all of them, I'm sorry. I know Wise and Snow Owl, not sure if they're part of that group. Deltis with a member of 4IB on Blue 4, which is interesting because we also have some 4IB guys on Op 4. Same community as Stark. So Barton playing as the 2IC for Charlie HQ there. We got Chadwick, Booga, Gurr, Iron Saw, Sharp, Naders, and Arcor. Some of those names I don't recognize. I don't know who named themselves Gurr, but I love it. It's not like Gurr, you know, like from Invader Zim, it's just Gurr. I love it. Newton with Charlie 2 here on Hirudo, Linz, Bar, Flex, Ultra Lord, and Rufus. Nice little Jimmy Neutron joke there. Delta HQ has Despo, Albin, Vexen, and some members of FLG, Sushi, Izzo, and Wolf. And then we have Irish, N1, Hookie, Autovisky, Johnny, and Cossum under Delta 2, and then Maz flying the CH-53, and Johnson and Fisher doing the UH-60. Now, there is a massive number difference here at 10%. I mean, both sides go above a page here, but Blue 4 has a lot more scroll in that roster. They've got like a full extra squad with them, so I'll be curious to see how they utilize that number advantage and how Op4, since they have a full roster tonight, more or less, what they do with everything. What are your thoughts, Stream?
I don't know. It's so I can see the X-Ray team are actually going to go for a mounted assault. So I imagine the main plan here for Blue 4 is 2 different lift-ins, because you can see there's an entire group of UA and AA sitting back, so they're probably going to wait for Maz to drop off their guys, and then UH-60's got a bunch, so it's going to be 2 different deliveries. Maybe in the same place, maybe in 2 different places. And then X-Ray are going to move across the ground, because let's be honest, you don't really want to go across the ground in this. It's what, like 2 kilometers, 2-3.
Real quick, I just want to give some shout-outs before they get stale. Green Beret, thanks for the 8-month resub. Larry, thanks for the 18-month resub at Tier 3. Always a pleasure to have you here, buddy. Enjoy the new badge. And Radar, thanks for the 5-month resub. Hope you all keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of round 1 for EU. But back to the rounds here.
Maz PM'd me saying, wish me luck.
Yeah, right, because he's flying the 53. I think Op4 would have a really solid strategy with a more active defense, just holding the northern choke point. If you look at 024, 042 at the town of Zaga, if you cover that town to the west and then you just hold the river, I think you'll be okay. The only fear you have is the enemy trying to rush with the helicopter, but I doubt you're going to see that because we never really see that anymore within FNF. But I could also see them holding the sectors themselves. I think the best call might end up being to have some teams rush up with the gas transports for Op4. Put the BTRs on some really nice overwatch positions on the mountain ridges. Yes, that exposes them, but if they can keep them hidden and then pull them out when the fighting actually begins, they could get some really good overwatch kills before Blue 4 properly reacts to them. Maybe some explosives or maybe some AT mines on the roads as well, specifically on the bridges would be a good call. And then, you know, just some actual sector defense. Op4 has the room here to defend all 3 sectors at once, but I think, in all honesty, Sector 3 with all of this open ground around it, and then the military base to its southwest, I think that would be a really good call to hold that one spot. Utilizing all this cover. The fear, of course, is the northern ridgeline being taken, but you got the southeastern one with all that flat area you could dig a nice fortification on. And since it's in the sector, they could also build fortifications on it, which they already have if you look at where Weak Gazog, Rory, Swola, Tackle, and Solak are. And just get some really nice overwatch. I think Sector 1 would be like a really good fallback zone. Because, again, it's really open, but it has a lot of territory in it to cover. It's got a nice hanger where you can stack some vehicles in. But it has the research building on the southeastern corner, and that one can't be destroyed by satchels. So you can make that a really nice last stand building, and then build some fortifications there itself to also add to the sector itself. But I think really just holding the air base would be the best call. Maybe put some units up in Sector 2 just as a frontline defense, but if I were Blue 4, I'd probably just keep my units unified, maybe attack in 2 waves, come in from the north with vehicles, come in from the southeast with airborne assets, or excuse me, air assault. Air assaults are fly a helicopter, airborne, parachute out of a plane. And then just try a nice pincer move here because, you know, with 120...
Something just exploded at the
Yeah, I just heard an RPG get fired. I don't know who did that.
Just some guy exploding. Did the era just exploded and then just walked away like a...
Amazing.
Like a Chad.
But with Blue 4, I definitely try a unified assault there. I wouldn't really touch the river because that's going to be an obvious choke point. But by attacking from 2 separate directions, you can just sandwich this AO, work your way to the military base first, cut off any Op4 that are on the outside, and as long as you have flank security, you will basically deny Op4 the ability to flank you. And then you can just sandwich this AO by getting units on both of the ridges firing downward, and then move your forces in and take everything out.
Yeah, so you can see both choppers are moving really far out the objective to the east. So I can imagine they're probably going to drop somewhere, maybe like Hill 82 or just somewhere.
I can guarantee you they're going to go for that southwestern attack vector. So probably dismount, I want to say, any LZ with a really open area, perhaps around the small village of Balholo at 04021, excuse me. Again, 040021. Just next to that town. That one's a little risky, but they could also do some safer ones down at the river, or even like just hover above the waterway and have the infantry get out. That's another good call. And I do know that the 53, you can land on the water to get people out. They did allow for swimming too. Now, I do like how Op4 is sending a BTR down here, but this is really mountainous terrain. I doubt the BTR is going to find a good angle on any helicopters to land, because those helos are going to come in and land within the next minute. And that BTR is still a ways away, unfortunately.
Yeah, they might seem, I don't actually know mission info, mission variables. Here we go. So the max view distance is only a click, so good chance. You might see something like a a smudge in the smudge in the distance, but probably not enough to take anything down. But that would be really funny to watch.
So this is about a click, by the way. This is their render
destroyed.
Distance. Yeah, well, I mean, we almost saw it a few weeks ago, but I told you it's going to be a while until we see that again. For context, there was a lot of Blue 4 guys mounted in one CH-53. And then there's another one that had only a few guys and was had a vehicle loaded in it. And the AA gunner that snuck around, it was Stark. He shot a Theron helicopter. He blew up the vehicle one, but he could have killed like 30+ infantry people and broken Audrey Hato's record for kills. But it just wasn't meant to be.
There you go. That's the first load dropped off.
Yep, so they're going to choose an incredibly safe LZ. That BTR is not going to have eyes on them because of the limited render range, unfortunately.
No, the Sea Stallion is loud, but not that loud. So they're going to drop in mostly, covered, but I think if Red 4 have got any inkling of, anything, they'll probably go, oh yeah, they're probably over there.
So I just measured the Sea Stallion's audio. Tail rotor just got, oh no. Oh, Maz. Oh my God, Maz, get him out. Just get him out. Just get him out.
He landed on the tree. He landed on the tree.
Yeah, he literally landed on a tree.
What a man. Best pilot ever.
He just shuts the engine off.
Maz, now I want to. Oh no, he's going to repair it. I want to see Maz. I want to see Maz auto rotate a Sea Stallion because that is a difficult thing to do if you don't know a decent amount of armor flying.
He might not be able to reach it though if he's on the ground like that to repair it.
No, he'll be able to reach the back. Oh, he just pinged me. I'm somewhat of a pro.
He poked me saying perfect flying.
Imagine about landed on a fucking tree. At this point,
perfectly balanced.
He has to take off because if he doesn't, his anti-talk is just going to hit again. No, Maz, you're going to make it worse.
It's okay, I believe in him. All right. He's doing a quick clean of medical for himself because I think he hit the ground a bit too hard there.
Yeah, he definitely has to. He has to take off, auto-rotate it somewhere safe, and then repair it there. But then again, what's really the point of the Sea Stallion? Oh, wait. I know the UH-60 can probably fit everyone else in it. Or, you know, majoritarily everyone, and then come back.
It's not going to be able to take everyone.
Yeah, but beyond that, it's not really that important. Is he okay?
UH-60 could still ferry both in 2 trips.
Oh,
he's going to get in this way just to get to the pilot seat.
So, for anyone who flies, what you want to do at this point is because your anti-talk's just going to hit the back and he's just perfectly out of range of the tree, is just try get the best you can, the steadiest liftoff you can, and then land it. He's actually got pretty terrible areas for landing near him, but he'd just have to auto-rotate it, find a place. And actually, just to his northeast, there's a nice little sort of flat bit of land that he could auto-rotate into. But
quality content.
He's not having a very good day. It's a tree house now, he messaged me.
Yep. He's walking away from it, though. Is he not gonna...
Is he abandoning it?
I'm not gonna lie, in his shoes, I wouldn't risk taking that off because he could knock the tree over and then he could
He's saluting it.
Amazing.
Well, yeah, I'd do that. What?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Whoa.
What?
Admins, no.
Wait, what? No.
Bad admins.
What is he? Who's the admin?
Badmins.
It's not Marlon. Marlon's not on tonight.
Well, he just repaired it for him. What?
Restart.
Restart right now. No, this is unfair. Is he gonna...
That's player error.
Wow.
Like, I love Maz, but that's just fully player error.
No. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, in my opinion.
Just damn to say they repaired it for you.
This is a competitive PvP scenario. And that was a little bullshit, in my opinion. Okay.
It's a little cringe.
A little bullshit there.
Yes, Eric, that was magic.
Because we've seen so many user errors in the past get a bunch of people killed. They don't fix it. There was one time they restarted, but that's because the entire side killed themselves, which granted I meme all the damn time. But I still understand why they did it because, it was a waste of a round otherwise. But that... Mazuri made his choice. He's going to walk off. Air could have still flown in the other 2 squads with the UH-60s. So there wasn't a compromise of the plan. That was...
like one player, like a few players are going to have to wait a tiny bit longer.
That was a little bit bullshit. And they're still going to wait via walking anyway because Op4 has already chosen this defense strategy. So... That was
kind of... What? It doesn't, like... Grand scheme of things, it just doesn't make sense. Like, he did it himself. Why, like, why would you repair that? Who is the admin tonight? Because it's not... Marlon wouldn't have done that, I'm fairly certain.
Because that's not fair to opt for that.
Yeah, because now they have another sea stallion, which, albeit it's not armed, but it could do pretty good recon. It can lift, say all the sectors are captured, say Sector 1 and Sector 3 have been captured and they need to move to Sector 2. Sea Stallion can come down and pick up. It's just, you know.
Oh, well.
But the only thing that they were probably thinking was, oh, it gets the players there quicker, but...
Yeah, literally by, like, what, 2 minutes? And again, Blue 4 is not going to go under any contact. So...
We're not going to have... I doubt we'll have any, like, engagements.
You know what'd be funny?
X-ray. What?
It'll be really funny if... And I hope this doesn't happen because this would be bad. But if Maz then goes in, he lands it, and then something else happened, it blows up and it kills everyone. And then I'm just going to go, hey, yeah, that's why you don't... That's why you don't fix it, sir. Why you don't fix it.
Platoon HQ here who are extremely close to X-ray.
Yeah, for X-ray, I saw that.
They're obviously not. No, they're not going to be able to see them. But you do actually have X-ray Blue 4. Let me find Lolo. Of course, is the sniper because he loves that role.
For Skyline into high hell. Kiri, they found Op 4 X-ray. They're pointing them out.
What do you teach? What do they teach you over at, or them over at TSB?
For what?
For skylining.
Not to. And they did for a second, then they immediately pulled back and then found X-ray, so...
Yeah, you've got Killian. I don't know... That could be quite a, you know, rough shot, because none of them have got anything really that can... Unless they want to be ballsy.
Alright, got the UH-60 flying low. Op 4 X-ray is going to hear that. But let's see, we're about 10 minutes into the round, actually a little over 10 minutes into the round. Op 4 hasn't really spotted anything, but they're playing super defensive here. So,
okay. Interesting move.
That doesn't really...
Interesting move. He pointed his nose up to the sky when going over a ridge. Very good idea. Oh, rounds are ringing out.
Yep. It's basically drawing fire right now.
Yeah, it's just trying to find out where the main forces are. If I'm not wrong, the UH-60 can take a bit of a beating.
Blue 4 X-ray's positioning is quite interesting here. It's a good ridge to do scouting from, but they got to be careful not to get immediately flanked.
And here comes Maz transporting those very important 7 people. So much so that they repaired a whole helicopter for him.
Yep, looks like he was flying a little too far south. Now he's correcting. You have Op 4 Pepit here, the sniper. He saw it flying off into the sunset there on the east. Really surprised this BTR has not tried to reposition. Instead, it's looking away from this area here. And we just had a mortar round go off.
Oh, mortar round?
To the north. Maybe they've spotted X-ray.
No way.
Why else would they shell an HE round over there? Looks like that might have been actually multiple HE rounds.
Hey, you never know. Maybe if the admin's repairing Blue 4's helicopters, maybe to repay the favor, they've just told them where
Blue 4 is.
You sure those weren't flares? Maybe Rangers? Just in a...
Well, there wasn't anything buggy about the landing, though. He landed on a slant.
I haven't heard him land.
Maz has not landed yet. I mean, okay, let me point this out. Someone's saying it could have been a bug that he, you know, glitched when he landed, and that's where he borked it. Here's the deal. So he landed over here. He landed
on a tree.
He landed over here. Somewhere over here is the knocked over tree here. Now, guys, I wonder where around here he could have landed. You know, maybe somewhere where a helicopter was supposed to land. Maybe somewhere that's like, you know, pre-made in this scenario that's flat. So Maz would know, you know, where to actually land it instead of like a slanted hill that's going to cause his helicopter to roll. Dream, if you don't notice, if you look just slightly north, you see a helipad. And I'm just, you know, centering my camera over it. Maybe there was somewhere else he could have landed.
Yeah, so the thing to like chats is, you know, you can do a slanted, you know, drop, but most pilots will tell you it's much easier to just find the closest thing. Slanted drops, there's nothing wrong with them, but you know, they are just a cacophony of bad things. And I think me and Liru have had enough hours in Arma to, you know, have those like, you know, slanted drops when they go wrong.
Op4 knows where Blue 4 X-ray is. They're firing mortars up at him. Well, but these mortars are way off now.
How did they see him?
Probably a skyline. I mean, Blue 4's quickly mounting. You're seeing some Op 4 starting to come up. That's Bravo 2 starting to head up this ridge. Scandy Recon eager for some kills.
This is unlike Stark. These are terrible mortars. But yeah, slanted landings, it's just better to avoid them.
Yep. See, now Maz is landing in a flat spot on a road. As again, he should have done in the first place instead of doing that super slanted one. And
Dryden's dead.
And Dryden is dead. Okay.
I can only imagine that was Platoon HQ because they're now exfilling from the area and they were the closest to him.
That had to have been. In which case, that would have been a... Wow.
I didn't hear any shots, though, which is interesting.
About a 400-meter shot with red dot scopes and shit. Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a good pick-off from Kiri or Mobile. Yeah, no, I know Kiri has the expertise to make a shot like that.
So X-Ray, not realizing, yeah, now they're being engaged by Delta, Korvac. So what I think's happened here, what I think has happened here is someone over at Delta or Charlie have looked up there and seen there's no grass, because if you literally just scroll out a little bit, there's no grass. And Korvac, Jacob just didn't, you know, forgot that grass just doesn't exist when you zoom out or when you're from a decent distance. So I imagine they were just skylining and thinking they were safe because of the grass. So, you know.
So Delta, meanwhile, fighting with some other elements of Op4 X-Ray. I think Op4 actually lost a guy because I thought there were 3 guys over here.
Yep, Skip's dead.
So
Killed
multiple members of X-Ray going down for Op4 here. Blue 4 getting the slight early advantage here.
But then again, this is X-Ray's job. It was, you know, to move out and find out where they're coming from, and now they know where they're coming from.
So Op4 knows of a force coming from their northwest and southeast at this point. They also know there were some skirmishes to the northwest. So we'll see, or excuse me, northeast, where Thicky lost the other guy. So we'll see where that translates. But I think, again, 33 minutes, this AO, I think Blue 4 still has a pretty good chance to take all 3 sectors, but I think Op4 is definitely going to go for a time defense here, just because of the size of the AO, the amount of forces that are down on both sides, and now they're going to start figuring out that Blue 4 did a really far back LZ, and are now having to hoof it into the AO itself.
So Corsum's actually firing up because I think he thinks he sees, but he's actually getting close to friendly firing.
Yeah, Maz is now... Oh, Maz's engine just went out.
Really?
Yep.
Repair?
Maz is gonna... Yeah.
What the Repair? Repair and revive? Where? How? Where? There's one person here. It's Flux. And unless he just got the greatest shot we've ever known with a with an AK, I'm very interested to know how Maz
is going to have a great swim unless he can get in contact with that other air asset. But anyway,
to be fair, I thought that would be a good idea because that air asset only has two guys in it, 1 pilot and then 1 door gunner. So
yeah, for an initial gunner.
But
ooh, I don't know why I'm yawning here.
Why did he go down? Isn't it like
I think he got hit by the Dishka or something, and it was just a lucky shot. Now you got the M2 Humvees firing down on Scandia Recon's position within Op 4. And they're also firing at the adjacent bunker that has Op 4 Delta.
Yeah, X-Ray are firing down with their M2s, and now they're pulling back. Ooh, I think someone might just got hit there. I don't know.
Alright.
And Platoon HQ and the Red 4 X-Ray Force just completely avoided each other. Oh, but now they realize.
So I do like how strategically Blue 4 is being with their Humvees. I'm going to quickly look at them under the asset category. They have 8 mags of 100 rounds. So yeah, no, they can afford to basically fire down here, but they're doing a charge. They're charging.
Wait, X-Ray.
They're gonna try to rush take Sector 3 on their own. Who's the AT guy down here? Vince.
Would it work? No, they've got Infidel in there.
Vince missed because he fired the round way above.
Incredible.
They might actually steal Sector 3 here. AT was a miss.
Jacob, get out. Jacob, you are just a...
What is Infidel doing? That's Sector 3 taken.
Yep, Sector 3
because
taken.
Infidel got
dead.
blown up because of AT.
And there is Command, dead.
And Op 4 Command is... What the...
No, he wakes back up.
Well, yeah, but the sector's lost. What?
Perfect.
Not what I was expecting.
We just need to get in there and hide.
You know, it's been a hot second since we've seen a rush like that, but I'm actually really happy that we've seen that because that worked quite well for him. Did he just grenade himself? No. No, he didn't.
Oh, and
no, he with his own grenade. What?
I've just realized Yanni's also dead. Probably killed by X. Wow, what is it?
What the? I give up.
TSB, everyone. The greatest armor community anyone has ever known.
When you rush an objective so hard, you make the opposing ground commander kill himself and literally jump out of a second-story battle tower. What is this?
You know, Scandia Recon was like a, you know, a makeup of, you know, people who left TSB and all that, yeah?
Yeah.
This is... An Infidel is obviously part of Scandia Recon, yeah. So, TSB better than Scandia Recon, confirmed, and yep, that's it.
Yeah, it's because they've slowed down, and finally AT was able to hone in on them. I cannot believe they just sniped an objective.
So
like
Jacob
that is
and Tiger are pretty much dead, but they've done their job.
Their job was to take this sector, and they took this sector.
There you go. That's all they did, but that doesn't matter because it's done. They killed. Well, they
not only that, the bonus is they also killed Command, which
they second-handedly killed Command. Yeah, oh, and here comes Hotel 2.
TSB has a mix of too many members to be part of any single community, but... Mainly Western European and US.
Do you wanna focus that on the ridges, not people and buildings? Because that thing will shred Delta and shred Bravo, because they've got, like, barely any cover.
Yeah. Did Maz kill himself? No, okay, he got picked up in the helicopter. Yep, that's what we figured. So meanwhile, the BTR has like a full infantry group right here and is taking shots at it. So that's going to alert the line formation here of 1RW.
Fonz is AT, but he doesn't want to approach it, or he's trying to get... What are you doing, Fonz?
I think he's trying to find a better angle. Oh, Fonz has got this.
Has he? Because he's decided to slow down.
No. He's going to see it driving down. This is an easy shot. Come on, Fonz.
Easy clap, easy clap.
It's picking up speed. Come on. There it is.
That was a very nice shot, and that's both dead. It doesn't matter, it's cook-off. You never survive burning in FNF.
No, you don't.
Well, that's BTL. So Blue 4
Norris is dead, Schultz unconscious, so yeah, they're toast. Great snipe there, but...
So Blue 4 are just... Bravo, Blue 4 Platoon HQ's dead. Kerry's dead. So when one team...
He's dead up in Delta's position. All right, so both sides have no leadership. This is going to affect Blue 4 more, though, because they have an attack strategy here. Op 4 just have to defend, and they're kind of on their final positions anyway, so they can coordinate at the squad level. But that's probably going to slow down Blue 4's movement, which, with 27 minutes remaining, that could affect things, but...
When one TSV team dies, they all die. Those are some pretty accurate shots. I know Az just probably had a terrifying experience there.
It's interesting, Angel. It's very interesting. Just heard another mortar round land. I have no idea where it was, though. And I love how Blue 4 is hunting down and picking off the remaining 1 RCC guys. K's been knocked unconscious. Pipit staying back. But I think Pipit's the sniper. Yep. Shot's going right over his head.
Not really much I could do at this point. If I was Pepit, I'm running into that valley, which he's doing now, and then just going down into the forest and escaping, and then flanking around, because Pepit's actually got a pretty nice. If he does it right here, he's got a pretty nice, you know.
Hold up. Hold up one second. Hold up one second. So Korvac's actually in my chat. Korvac, you didn't do anything wrong. You took an objective and you killed Op 4 ground command. That could not have gone more perfectly, in my opinion.
You didn't kill him. You second-handedly killed him.
Yeah, you second-handedly killed him. He woke up and then grenaded himself and then flew out of the battle tower from the grenade and killed himself.
He also, the way you died is, I swear he like threw a charge or something. Oh no, someone shot the Humvee someone shot.
So the reason he went unconscious was the first time he got RPG'd, which blew up the battle tower, which knocked him out, and then he woke up, threw a grenade, and then blew himself up and flew out of the tower. The only misplay was this Humvee coming in and slowing down to allow for AT to hit it. All right, we're at the halfway point.
Sam and I think Sismo, yeah.
Now we're going to see Op 4, looks like they're pulling forces off the ridge line to now fight the remaining force, realizing that the northern ridge force pushed in and took the sector. Now I think we're going to see Op 4 really start playing for the clock here, utilizing the terrain to their advantage to fight to keep Sector 2 under control, but also understanding they can afford to lose Sector 2 to push back to Sector 1, because now Sector 3 isn't a thing. To make that last bit of holdout. So if they can hold Sector 2 for 15 minutes, I think they'll be in good shape. But we really need to see Scandia Recon reposition to hold the sector itself. Otherwise, Blue 4's Delta element could just take it, in all honesty, with support from Blue 4 Charlie coming up.
The UH-60 is now just, you know, he's been left alone to just annoy. But they need to be really careful, because even though that thing, I think, has 6,000 rounds each in its guns.
Nope, they reduced it to 1,400. You can see it on the
assets list.
On their assets, Blue 4. Yep.
Well, yeah.
And then 1,400 rounds, one mag. Yep.
So, you know, it's not gonna last long.
All right, Blue 4 Charlie having a long-range engagement with Skipu here. A lot of fire coming in. But Blue 4 has been doing, I think it's 1RW. No, it's a different group. I've been seeing Blue 4 doing some really good formation work today with their forces. All of them, really.
Yeah.
So now we're going to have 1RW under Blue 4 Bravo kind of spearhead up to this ridge. But what I think we need to see is Blue 4 just unified in the attempt to take the southern point at Matager to overwatch Sector 1 so that Delta can then push through and take it. And then we could see Delta, I think the original plan was for then Delta to move over, take the ridge that Scandia Recon is on as they push forces over to Sector 3. What?
I was, so Pepit's done exactly what I thought he should. He should drop into the valley and wait for a bit and then move away.
He's starting to pick people off?
Yeah. He took a shot, and I went, yeah, he should really get down now. He's being fired up. I sort of thought to myself, like, he should get down but he shot Irish Empire.
Yeah.
And, like, free shot while he was moving. It was a really nice shot.
Dude, damn.
Hit him in the hip.
Wish I caught that.
That was a beautiful shot.
Hitting a dude with a sniper at that range while you're moving around, that's pretty good.
And while you're not set. That was impressive.
Finch just headshot me from the other side of the airfield randomly.
Wait, who did?
So apparently Yanni is dead on Op 4.
Who shot him?
Vince, who is a member of Pepega. He just got headshotted by him. I'm looking at him now. He's literally all the way on the southern point of the OBJ right now. Granted, Vince has the Blue 4 marksman rifle, so I don't think that was randomly Yanni. I think that was a miss PID.
Why has he got the rifle?
Because they went down and picked it up because it was X-Ray Blue 4 that pushed into Sector 3, remember?
Oh, shit. Wait, then surely that would have...
Yeah, he should have been able to PID with that magnified optic, right?
When did Lolo... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Lolo died down there, but no...
Yeah, X-Ray pushed down to Sector 3, silly.
Yanni died ages ago.
Yeah, Yanni died because he got shot by Vince.
So Vince
took Blue 4's marksman rifle and shot him in a miss PID, apparently.
No, he didn't have the sniper at that point.
I don't know. Yeah, okay, he took the sniper later. Okay, no, he shot him from an AK. Beautiful. From the Hainers, too. Amazing.
Mortars, by the way. And they seem fairly accurate.
Where?
They might actually land perfectly in between, what team is this? The 1RW team.
Uh-oh.
So, Bravo 1, they might land perfectly in between, or just behind. Yeah. Oh, no, actually pretty far behind. He's really not doing
those smoke rounds
today.
Yeah, I see him.
He's not doing great with those mortars
Stark
today.
is just... I think the elevation of the mortar position and the elevation of the terrain is slightly throwing him off.
He's also smoking Blue 4's advance. Yeah, that was straight into the water. He hasn't got a spotter there either, I don't think.
UH-60 coming down.
He might be out of ammo.
Maybe, Yanni. Apparently this is the third time they've been, Yanni's been shot by a Pepega guy in a friendly fire incident.
No, they can't be on the same team, clearly.
They're not allowed.
Do you know what it is? Both communities are so good, they cancel. It's like they cancel each other out.
They always cancel each other out.
Yeah.
20 minutes, 30 minutes have passed on the game. Still enough time, but I don't know. Again, if we see Sector 2 held for another 10 minutes and Blue 4 still stuck on the hilltop at Manager, but they're unable to take Sector 2, I don't think Blue 4 will have enough to push in to get Sector 1, but it could still turn around. Yep, so as I predicted, Charlie's going to flank. Delta, I guess their attack broke, but Scandy's now crossing the river. But they are getting engaged. So now I think they're going to set up a blocking position to stop Scandy, as then Charlie carries out the assault. And I think Charlie has the number advantage here to take this town.
Why's just been filled with bullets and now he's doing the fake death thing?
Yep.
I think it's actually worked out for him.
You know, at this rate, Blue 4 might actually have an angle here. Their original force is going to square off with Op 4's remaining force. Now, it is their elite troops with Pepega.
Delta has actually come straight down into another one of Op 4's elite groups in Scandi Recon.
Yep, on that riverbed they've been trying to cross. I think Delta's going to get screwed here, but it might buy Charlie enough time to actually take the sector and then push in. Now, this could play a number of ways. We could see Blue 4 break through Pepega and get to Sector 1, but I doubt that's going to happen. What this is looking like is Charlie's probably going to be able to take Sector 1, but then you're going to have Pepega hold Blue 4 as they try to spearhead, and then Scandy's going to come around and sandwich them as they are hunkered down. I think it's looking more and more likely that Op 4 is going to win this one. Now you got Pepega opening up. They're starting to knock people out. Members of AA are going down. Shy's down. They got members of UA behind them trying to cover and do some long-range overwatch. Now, they are a newer community. We might see that their marksmanship is pretty powerful. And we've also got people firing up at the Huey still.
So that Huey, I think, is just out of ammo and is just playing recon and annoyance now.
Scandy's starting to break through. Sushi being caught in the open, taken out by Misfit, but Despo heard the gunshots and sprays him down. Platts, you're fine. Dude, it's...
Sorry,
so,
did you let Zam off his leech because he's coming to my stream and started ERPing.
No, but enjoy. As honestly as your headache today and not mine. So for reference, Platts asked me about a bunch of different Arma communities last night.
The hotel does still have rounds in it, but he's shooting at nothing.
Platts, no offense, you were making some pretty, like, you were asking for stuff that didn't
King
exist.
Flux and
But I wasn't getting angry with you. I was just trying to help you out and, you know, let you know what existed and where you would go.
Rounds, then?
Appreciate the 50 nonetheless, seriously. Like, it means a lot, but the only time I got mad was when you said, hey, you sound like you're getting mad. And I'm like, no, it's because I've been helping you for 3 hours.
Where is Star?
Talk about Arma 3 communities, goober. But thanks for the 50. I appreciate it. Hope everything's doing well. Hope you and Spikey are doing okay.
No, he's there. There he is. Okay, yeah, he abandoned the thing, so I imagine he ran out of ammo.
So Bay and Falcon have now gone water side. They're trying to now cover this open area with the Vic, and I think they've actually been getting a few kills here.
You can't look at the mortars on the asset list.
You're fine. Yeah, it's under CSW, not assets.
But you're not like, you can't see how much ammo they have anymore.
Yeah.
Sad.
Sometimes they tell you in the start.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Despo is killing the remaining Op4 guys here in the sector itself. And he just threw a grenade right into the other building. And he just picked off the other guy, so it's only Persian above him now. And Charlie's about to enter the sector. So again, I think...
Look at this huge battle going on right now.
Yeah, on the southern side. Again, I think Op4 is going to be stopped. Hold up, but some Blue 4 guys, Terrace and Warkas are now on the flank of Pepega, but Pepega noticed. And we just had the BTR and the water get taken out. Oof. Bay is dead. Falcon's still alive in the driver's seat.
Yeah, luckily, it's not going to cook off because of, you know...
Legal action taking out Taurus there. So that was the original Blue 4 push. Also, Blue 4 have stolen a BTR. Arcor solo crew in it. That might be the one they AT'd earlier.
Yeah, I think it is. It
Despo,
fuel.
Despo got taken out, I think, as he went up to Persian's third story. I don't see his body, though, so I actually don't know where he got taken out. But now you got the rest of Charlie breaching. Scandy might now try to quickly cross the bridge and move in. But... at this rate, Scandy's now in a position they could flank what remains of Charlie and stop them from taking the sector, because Despo wasn't able to kill Persian there. But as long as Persian stays on the third story and waits him out, Scandy, excuse me, could come in and flank. Meanwhile, the rest of Blue 4, they have the number advantage on this hill, but they are losing it because all the tight formations Blue 4 was doing is now starting to get them killed.
Falcon's back.
Yep, he's in the driver's seat. He's going to probably maneuver that BTR back, realizing he's an open target since he lost Bay down there. Now, even though I just said Blue 4 was losing a lot in that target saturation, they are still picking off Op4 in droves up here. We need to see that Scandy recon sandwich to sanctify the victory here.
Oh, Nishizu about to get spot by Nemesis and taken out. Oh, they only have one person to take down, though, and then they have it.
Yeah, but none of these Blue 4 guys are explosive specialists, so I think we're going to see Nemesis, Dobbs, and the rest of Scandy start to trickle in to recapture that sector. I'm going to be honest, I think it's also going to be GG if they're able to take that sector back, because Blue 4 is not going to be able to then push to one sector, take it, and then push to another sector. So I think this is GG right here. Nemesis right into Irish, takes him out. Really bad timing as both of them turned the corner, but I think Nemesis heard his footsteps, so he was able to pre-fire.
I
think this is GG right here, because now Op4 are in the zone here. Cullis accidentally hitting Dobbs a bit. But even though Blue 4 are starting to break through Op4's line to the south, now Blue 4 doesn't have the time to push to both sectors, because if they split their force now, they're just going to be defeated in detail. So they have to commit to pushing the Sector 1.
I think this is the biggest fight we've ever seen in FNF.
Oh yeah, in a very long time, because we have a near full server. We're at 120 players tonight.
Oh, you've got Stark hiding here. He throws a nade, and he's just next to Newton.
Yeah.
He's going to sneak up behind Newton here. Yep.
Takes him out. Great shot. U-860's trying to fly low, immediately takes fire.
Those things can tank, though.
Costum being fired at by Persian. Awesome, throwing a grenade out there. Blindly firing around, and then he gets taken out from across the street. Persian, it's a really great spot. I do admit, though, those that third story is a little gamey, because like the other buildings, you can't throw grenades up that window, but the save is you just throw a satchel, and that's how I knew Blue 4 wasn't going to win this, because they didn't have anyone to do explosive demo to kill Persian, and Scandi was hot on their tail. Now you have Platoon HQ also coming around Lusode, but at this rate, they could use that vehicle to then get right behind Blue 4's line and take him out. Looks like Arcor stolen BTR was taken out. You got Eric coming up here. He could spot the two of them. He does. Takes out Naders. Daltis realizes what happened as Eric now pulls back with that free kill. And now we're starting to see the numbers a little more even on Blue 4 and Op4 here.
Ooh, Coda just takes that one to Blue 4.
Andrea about to find Vince. He does.
Started off extremely
Finish him.
well.
Oh my gosh! Andrea didn't have ammo in his magazine, but Vince is still bandaging!
Wait, where's this happening?
Andrea, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Where is this?
What?
Where is this?
Vince is now down because Jim picked him up.
Brilliant.
What? What? You can't make this up. You can't make it up. I would never, I would never believe if someone told me the story where someone literally like just reloaded a mag, stared at a guy, took one shot, and then the other guy just like, he didn't even spin around. He like spun around like slowly and then emptied his pistol in him. And then the guy with the rifle just didn't react at all. I was like, what? 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 I think this is it for Blue 4. Op 4 is now slightly starting to over... No, they do slightly outnumber them now. Blue 4 have a pretty rough formation this out, but look at the kill feed here for Blue 4. Now compare that to Op 4. Yeah, Op 4 have lost a lot, but you still see a big chunk of units right here, whereas Blue 4 are really just down to this. So it's...
Is Nem dead? Nemesis dead. Where is Nemesis?
I think Nem got killed by Otovisky.
Oh, maybe Otovsky,
that's it.
Otovsky takes this, then...
I mean, I think he could still, if he plays his cards right here. What class is he? He is... I can't tell because he's facing the wall. He just has a regular L1A1. But even if he takes it, I don't think Blue 4 have the manpower to sufficiently go in and take the final sector. We got the UH-60 landing on the rear here. No, it's not. Yes, it is. They're going to try to sneak 3 people. Now, that might actually play in their favor, because if the pilots took the MP7s, they did not, though. They took carbines. All right, if they took MP7s, they'd have a good chance here, but look at this. You immediately have Nafs, Cullis, Lusode. Kane, Nemesis is all the way over here now. So I guess he hitched a ride with Dobbs down back at command to form back security, which is actually a really smart call, realizing no one's covering the sector itself, and Sector 3 was lost to a rush play, so maybe they were thinking that they were going to get rushed, but now they can go take out those guys that have landed. And they're keeping Lusode in the sector itself to cover. That's smart. Meanwhile, you got Shepard holding off. He's found Gurr, and Gurr takes him out. Flea also putting some double taps. Stark still lurking around back here, though. He is a pretty nasty threat. But now I think Blue 4 is just going to get picked up on this hill. Oh, Flying Finn almost kills Whiplash, but he misses all of those shots because he is shitty aim. Rory being shot at by Gurr.
That's mean.
I mean, Blue 4 just has a lot of Hail Marys here, and they're outnumbered in every single fight.
Otovsky is playing this really well.
Oh, yeah, no, he is.
Yeah, honestly.
Doing a great job of running around these guys.
In between, Otovsky tries to shoot Whiplash, can turn around straight into Finn, but Finn shoots the wall,
Finn gets him through the fencing.
And I think I cursed him.
Yes, you did. That's okay.
Nice. So the 2 hotel guys thought they were being really smart, but have now just been rolled up on, and...
Daltis walks up on Flux and Michael, and taken out by Flux. Some extra shots by Michael as well.
Maz and Periton trade, but Periton only goes down.
Yeah, so those 2 pilots are down.
Maz coming in and asking about the vehicle repair.
Yeah, go ahead. I think we're just starting to see this fight wrap up. 7 minutes remaining. Really, I mean, Blue 4 did everything right, in my opinion. I think if they were able to break through Op4's defensive lines, they would have been fine. I think what we needed to see was a second squad break off from this force and head over to the northern sector. But even then, I think just based off of who we had on Op4 and Op4's unit positioning, the actual plan Blue 4 put down was just too rigid. Again, I think they should have had more forces come in from a flank with X-Ray to rush in, or maybe to cover X-Ray's rush to pull more Op4 units away to the north, because Op4 was then able to form a solid defensive line and pretty much stop Blue 4. So a flanking strategy would have been a bit better, but...
I'd just like to say my mod is now RPing with Zam, so, you know, everything's gone well today. Amazing.
We only have Azus and the helicopter pilot still alive, and it's GG. I think Legal's about to find Azus here. Nope, he doesn't.
Blue 4 started off really well, but if I'm honest, Blue 4's well start was a mix between one squad doing exceptionally well, and then also just some lucky sort of so normally in FNF in the past, I would say a unified assault is a really good strategy, but this one I specifically said they need to attack from two fronts, because normally we don't have this many people come to FNF. This is a full roster, which means you have the numbers, but it means your opponents have the numbers. Why did your helicopter get repaired?
There's Matt.
Why?
I have no
it should not have been repaired.
I was happy with my treehouse, dude.
It should not have been repaired. Why was it repaired? It didn't make sense.
I don't know.
Why are you treating this like Dream, like Maz is the one at fault here?
I'm not. I just want to know if he asked for it.
Of course he didn't.
Why would I ask for that?
I don't know.
Stark. Oh, he didn't see him. Stark. Stark. Wait, he saw him. Get him, Stark. Ah, and there's the last guy dead. All right.
Yeah, no, cool that.
UH-60. Come on. Do just land right on top of it.
That's not allowed. But yeah, do it.
Wait, what do you mean it's not allowed?
You're not allowed. Yeah, I know. Yeah, fair enough. But before I left, it was ruled out that you can't land in objectives.
That's bullshit.
It's to avoid people landing stupidly, blowing up the helicopter, which then blows up the vehicle, which is technically a VDM.
Then get better AA, forehead.
Yeah, that's down to the players, man.
Well, apparently not, because their helicopters get repaired now.
Why is this not being stopped?
I got to fly and then crash again.
What happened? Actually, that's interesting. What did happen?
Shot out by a meteor.
Did it? Which one was it? Falcons?
I don't know. I flew over the airbase and accidentally.
Dude, I'm ready to watch the greatest PvPer here, Johnson, just kick ass.
He's going to kill everyone.
He's going to get Sector 1. Not Sector 2, but he'll at least get Sector 1. Calling it now.
He's literally going to kill Nemesis and then teabag him while killing everyone else.
Yep. Yes, this is part of his strategy, to bait Op4 into the zone.
Yes, of course.
AT going in as well. Dude, he knew that rocket was going to hit him, so he immediately evaded it. Look at how he skillfully evades King. Now Dobbs coming around on the Hainer. Oh, there it is. Yep. Yes. That was all part of his plan. I swear.
And now his blood, which conveniently sprayed onto those two, has now infected them with HIV. They will die.
That was a pretty bad slaughter, to be honest.
And just like in real life, Russia have won again.